Welcome to the Quiet Wealth Lab. Today, we're going to talk about something that trips up almost everyone when it comes to money: budgeting. But here's the thing. This isn't going to be about spreadsheets, guilt, or cutting out every small joy in your life. We're going to walk through the 50-30-20 rule, a simple, proven framework that gives your money a purpose without making you miserable. By the end of this presentation, you'll have a clear system you can start using today. So let's dive in. Before we get into the solution, let's talk about why most budgets fail in the first place. And I think a lot of you will relate to at least one of these. First, they're too restrictive. When you try to track every single purchase, every coffee, every snack, it starts to feel like a diet. And just like crash diets, most people quit within a few weeks. Second, they're too complex. If your budget has 30 categories and requires a spreadsheet with formulas, you're burning through willpower just maintaining it. That's energy you could spend on actually building wealth. And third, they're guilt-driven. Many budgets are built around shame, making you feel bad about spending. But shame doesn't build wealth. Systems do. And that's exactly what we're going to build today. I want you to sit with this idea for a moment. A budget is not a punishment. It's not about restriction or deprivation. A budget is simply a plan to spend your money on the things that actually matter to you. When you shift your mindset from, "I can't spend," to, "I'm choosing where to spend," everything changes. This is the core philosophy of the Quiet Wealth Lab approach, and it's the foundation for everything we're about to cover. So here it is, the 50-30-20 rule. One simple framework, 3 categories, and 0 guilt. 50% of your after-tax income goes to needs, the essentials you can't skip. 30% goes to wants, because life is meant to be enjoyed, and your budget should reflect that. And 20% goes to savings, because future you will absolutely thank you for it. That's it. No complicated categories, no obsessive tracking. Just 3 buckets that cover everything. Let's break each one down. Let's start with the biggest bucket, your needs. These are the non-negotiables that keep your life running day to day. Housing is usually the largest one, whether that's rent or a mortgage payment. Then you have insurance, health, auto, renters, things you need to protect yourself. Groceries fall here too, but I want to be clear. Groceries, not dining out. There's an important distinction we'll get to in a moment. Utilities like electricity, water, and internet are needs. Transportation, whether that's gas, a car payment, or a transit pass, goes here as well. And finally, minimum debt payments. Not extra payments, just the minimums required to stay current. If your needs are eating up more than 50%, don't panic. We'll talk about adjusting the percentages later. The goal right now is awareness. Now for the category that most budgets either ignore or demonize, your wants. This is the permission slip that most budgets skip. And honestly, it's the reason the 50-30-20 rule actually works long-term. Dining out, takeaway, streaming subscriptions, entertainment, all wants. Your hobbies, gym membership, self-care routines, wants. Weekend adventures, travel plans, wants. And yes, that latte you keep feeling guilty about, it belongs right here, and it's completely allowed. The key insight is this. When you give yourself explicit permission to spend 30% on things you enjoy, you stop the cycle of guilt and impulse spending. You're not cheating on your budget. You're following it. The last bucket is savings. And this is where you build wealth quietly, one paycheck at a time. First priority is your emergency fund. You want 3 to 6 months of living expenses set aside as a safety net. If you don't have this yet, start here before anything else. Next is retirement. Whether it's a 401k, an IRA, or another investment vehicle, get your money working for you. If your employer offers a match, take full advantage of it. That's free money. Then there's extra debt payoff. Anything beyond your minimum payments goes in this bucket. Aggressively paying down high-interest debt is one of the best returns on investment you'll ever get. And finally, sinking funds. These are for expenses you know are coming. Car repairs, vacations, holiday gifts. Planning for them means they never become emergencies. Here's what the 50-30-20 split looks like visually. Half your income covers the essentials. Nearly a third goes to enjoying your life. And a fifth goes toward building your future. When you look at it this way, it's balanced. You're not sacrificing everything for savings, and you're not ignoring your future for short-term fun. It's a sustainable middle ground. This chart is a great reference point. Print it out, save it on your phone. Whatever helps you remember the framework when you're making spending decisions. All right, let's get practical. Here are 4 steps to start using the 50-30-20 rule today. Step 1. Know your income. Calculate your monthly take-home pay. That's after taxes and deductions. This is the number everything else is based on. Step 2. Sort your spending. Pull up last month's bank statement and label every transaction as a need, a want, or a saving. Don't judge yourself, just categorize. Step 3. Set the split. Aim for that 50-30-20 ratio. But don't stress if you're not there yet. The point is to have a target and start moving toward it. Step 4, and this is the most important one, automate it. Set up automatic transfers so your money moves into the right accounts before you even have a chance to spend it. Automation removes willpower from the equation, and that's what makes this sustainable. Now let's talk about some common mistakes so you can avoid them from the start. First, treating wants as needs. That streaming subscription you love, it's a want, not a need. Be honest with yourself when categorizing. It makes the whole system work better. Second, being too strict on day one. If you try to hit a perfect 50-30-20 split immediately, you'll burn out. Start with a rough estimate and refine over time. Third, ignoring irregular expenses. Annual insurance bills, holiday shopping, car maintenance. These catch people off guard. Build sinking funds so you're ready for them. And fourth, skipping the savings bucket entirely. Even if you can only save 5% right now, do it. Pay yourself first, even if the amount is small. The habit matters more than the number at the beginning. I want to emphasize this point because it's critical. The 50-30-20 rule is a guide, not a cage. Flexibility is the whole point. Your split might end up being 60-20-20, and that's perfectly fine. If you live in a high-cost city, your needs might take up 55%. That's not failure. That's reality. The goal here isn't perfection. It's awareness. It's knowing where your money goes and making intentional choices about it. I recommend reviewing your budget quarterly and making adjustments. Your income will change, your priorities will shift, and your budget should grow and evolve with you. That's the sign of a healthy financial plan. Before we wrap up, here are 5 quick wins you can tackle this week to build momentum. First, open a separate savings account and set up one automatic transfer, even if it's just $20. The act of automating is more important than the amount. Second, review last month's bank statement and highlight your wants versus your needs. This exercise alone will give you incredible clarity. Third, cancel one subscription you forgot you had. Almost everyone has at least one, and it feels great to reclaim that money. Fourth, write down your after-tax monthly income. You'd be surprised how many people don't know this number off the top of their head. It's the foundation of your entire budget. And fifth, this is my favorite one. Pick one fun purchase this week and enjoy it guilt-free. It's in your 30%. You've planned for it. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. That's everything for today. You now have the complete framework to start building quiet wealth, money that grows steadily in the background while you live your life. Remember, your money, your rules, your future. The 50-30-20 rule isn't about restricting yourself. It's about giving every dollar a job so you can spend confidently and save consistently. If you found this helpful, Make sure to like and subscribe to the Quiet Wealth Lab for more wealth-building strategies. And most importantly, take that first step today. Open that savings account, review that bank statement, or just write down your income. Small actions lead to big results. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.